Hello, I'm Golden Battler, and welcome to my Patreon pledge video thingy. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find a link to my Patreon page in the description below, and if you're watching this on Patreon, you can just scroll down a little ways to see the, I guess the real Patreon text? The real pitch, I suppose? This being what it is, though, I really wanted to do something a little bit more personal, something a little bit more direct, without a script, totally from the heart. Totally different from my normal videos. But by the same token, I didn't want to just wind up repeating everything that I was going to be saying down below, because, that'd be sort of boring, right? Like, what would even be the point? It's just repeated information. So I thought, well, what do the kids these days want? What would they want to watch? And I thought, oh, I got it. They want to watch a fucking train wreck. So, I'm going to be doing my little Patreon blurb thingy, heart-to-heart, whatever you want to call it, while also playing Touhou Book of Star Mythology, a fan game. You can find a link to the game if you want to download it off of the developer's website in the video description below. I think they should still have it, anyway. If not, I'll upload it, I'll figure something out. Regardless, I'm not going to be playing the main game, I'm going to be playing the extra stage because I'm not even sure what I have to say will last me this amount of time. And it'll probably be terrible, and maybe I won't even put this video up. Regardless, we're going to be playing as Sanai A. Input conspicuous edit here, because I have to sync up the video and the audio. Let's go. By the way, you can expect to see another video going up on the channel in the next, week or so. And unlike this video, it's actually going to be like a real video about, Touhou, surprise. Talking a little bit about, how to get good, that sort of thing. Anyway, working on that video is really what prompted me to, seriously start looking at this whole Patreon thing. Because I guess I got a bit of a reminder of, like, man, I actually really enjoy doing this. I guess that's kind of a weird thing to say, but how do I put this? It's probably easier if I just go back to the beginning. I've got, some similarly ultra-nerdy friends, but none of them would ever want to seriously discuss things like, the best seed in Sword Art Online, because, really, that appeals to a very small subsect of people, And yet, all the same, I had all of these words in me, like, all of these thoughts and feelings kind of pent up inside that I had to get out somewhere. And sure, maybe I could have made some fucking, post about it on a manga aggregator website like any other person, but I decided, nah, let's not do something boring like that. Let's do something exciting, something interesting that maybe takes me out of my comfort zone. Let's make a video. And so I did. And I kind of thought that the whole thing would be really, tedious. Oh, by the way, this is the main game's final boss. Got kind of a nice design, aside from looking like a bit of a Hot Topic reject. Anyway, I kind of thought that the whole thing would be tedious, like putting up with all of that really slow editing, the recording, the deciding what to put in, what words to say, all that, I thought it would be really, I wouldn't enjoy it, and that I'd just be putting up with it to, get my thoughts up there. But as it turns out, it's actually not that bad at all. I actually really quite enjoyed the whole process, and I especially enjoyed the results, more than I thought I would. Reading what people had to say really kind of blew me away with how much I enjoyed it. Especially on a video what was it? I should really know the names of my own videos a little more off the top of my head. 5 Awesome Facts in Yojo Senki. Yeah, that was it. That video, totally blew me away with the reception that I got. Way more people ever than I would have expected, watched it and then saw it and commented on it. And totally just blew me away, with people pointing out stuff that I saw but didn't include, stuff that I missed, stuff that I got wrong, which, frankly, I love. I love being wrong, because it means that I get to learn something new, and that's really exciting. At least for a weirdo nerd like me. But yeah, it just turned out that I absolutely loved that process of going through and researching and deciding, like, what to talk about, what not to talk about, what cuts to make, where to include this little section of video, everything. It was just really fun. And then at the end of it, I got to enjoy reading people's comments, which I just absolutely adored, you know? It's like one of the first times in my life that I've really, I don't know, made something and had something to look back on and really be proud of, you know? But, by the same token, you know, kind of the hidden underbelly of all that is that stuff like that takes a really long time to do. I mean, I know some of you will look at my videos and be like, well, these are only like 3 minutes long, right? And sure, I'm sure some people out there are way into the, like, 2-hour long-form podcast-style video, and I'm not, like, opposed to doing that either, if it's appropriate, but I try to, like, get in and out without wasting anybody's time, you know? I try to make my videos dense, and that takes time in and of itself. Honestly, it's a little bit more time than I can really justify just, like, as, I guess purely as a hobby. And sure, I would keep doing it. Like, I plan to keep doing it regardless. But as those of you who have maybe been watching my channel for a little bit now have seen, I do not update very frequently, and that's kind of because it's hard to really justify putting, like, that much time into something, you know, purely as a hobby. Especially, well, how do I put this? Alright, let me put it to you like this. Where I am right now, I stand at a bit of a crossroads in life. I have, without getting too specific, like, a real-ass career that I could be going down. That sort of, like, real career path that I could be pursuing, that I went to school for. But it's not something that I was really passionate about, you know? It's something that I decided to get into, basically just for the money. And it's not something that I would get, you know, that I get, like, crazy rich off of, mind you, but let's just say that I would expect to make more money doing that than I will ever make doing this, probably. And I kind of thought that that would be okay, you know? I kind of thought, alright, let's just get into this, you know? Let's get it done, get some money, pay for my hobbies, and that'll be good enough. That'll be my life, and I'll be happy with that. But as it turns out, something that I've kind of come to know and learn about myself is that I value enjoying what I do far, far more than I value making, you know, loads of money. Dollar bills and all that. I have to, like, actually kind of focus on this spell. And then I reverse directions. Alright, cool. And really, if I'm going to do this, you know, if I'm going to devote this much of my life to it, I want to make it right. I want to do it good. I want to make... God, I sound like an idiot now. I want to make good videos, high-quality videos, and that requires a lot of time and attention, and in some cases, money. Like, I don't really have the kind of, money that it really takes at the moment to afford things like recording equipment for a big console setup or what have you, which limits the kind of things that I can do. And, you know, I don't really expect to make, like, a shitload of money. I mean, you guys can see, if you check out the like, reward, what is it? The, like, goal page, the goal tiers. I'm gonna start doing this as, like, a full-time thing when I hit $100 a month, which is not a particularly large amount of money, but, you know, it's a start, right? I gotta start somewhere. And my lofty, high goal is only, like, $1,000 a month, which is probably below the poverty line in Canada, but who cares, you know? I don't really care. I don't mind. I want to have enough money that I can afford to do all of the cool YouTube and Twitch shit that I really want to do, and hopefully, you know, you want to see what I can do too. In an ideal world, I'd love to just live entirely off of, you know, ad revenue or what have you, but... Well, if you're curious, you can actually, what's his name? CGP Grey did a really good video on this called This video made X number of dollars, he updates it every once in a while, at auction. Long story short, I think I earlier called it pocket change from ad revenue that I was going to earn. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's not a ton of money, unless you're like fucking PewDiePie or something. So that's why I've kind of come here to, I don't know, I guess be an e-beggar. Basically, I want to keep doing what I've sort of been doing, but more frequently and with more quality and with a little bit more variety in some cases. And hopefully you guys are interested in that too, and are willing to support that. I guess I've kind of run out of shit to say. I kind of feel like I've started rambling a little bit towards the end there. Started talking about money, like, way more than I really intended to. Oops. God. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? Not really. Well, I guess I might as well just transition into a Let's Play now. Kind of run out of shit to talk about. Oh, I guess, okay, I know one thing I can talk about, in sort of keeping with that whole, like, vaguely educational tone that I've got. So the final boss has sort of a triangle theme. You'll notice if you play the game or, like, watch a video of the fight or anything. And in fact, one of her attacks involves her literally throwing the Triforce at you. And that's actually a reference to the real-life Hojo clan's insignia, which you can see if you happen to have Civilization 6 on Hojo Tokimune's shoulders. He's got it emblazoned there. Kind of a nice detail. In sort of a similar pattern, this lady is based off of Sanada Yukimura, who is a famous spear thrower, hence why she's, you know, been throwing so many spears and stuff. And she has a bit of a circle, oops, a circle inside, wait, no, a square inside of a circle pattern. Not like dominating anything, but like, you'll see it in a few of her Danmaku patterns here. And that's a reference to the real-life Sanada clan's insignia. I'm sure there's like a better term for that, like emblem? Their crest? I don't know. But yeah, you can look that up if you're curious. Well shit, now I'm like totally out of shit to say. Oh no! I'm glad I went for the extra stage and not the main game, because I don't have anything to say. Whoopsie daisy. This attack is really hard, by the way. This is a 2-minute long survival spell. It's quite long, and quite difficult, especially this phase with the red saber things. This phase is basically free. As long as you kind of vaguely understand how the Shuri can ebb and flow. The developers of this game have actually made quite a few games. This is sort of the, I guess, fourth in a bit of a quintology, if you would. There's like a main trilogy that were developed by a very specific group of people, and then kind of a smaller subsect of people made this game. And then at the end, there's a 5th game that's actually a photography game that involves all of the bosses from all 4 of those games, and it's actually really well made. So, if anything that you've been seeing this far kind of interests you, I highly recommend looking it up. I believe the names of those games are The Last Comer, Mystical Power Plant, Riverbed Soul Saver. This one's Book of Star Mythology, and then the photography game is tri-focuser. Yeah, that's it. You can kind of see the, like, square part of the pattern here. You'll see this, like, circle part shortly, I think. This is the last attack, and I have 2 lives, so I should be fine. Towards the end... By the way, this is like a 4-phase attack. Towards the end... Or, sorry, no, at the end, you'll see... God damn it. At the end of the fight, you'll see, she has... a last word. That's a mechanic in this game. Kind of like Imperishable Night. And it's... Hopefully I'll get to show off the full thing, because it's like a 3-phase last word. But, God! I hate this attack. Well, there goes my 2 lives. Maybe I should just focus on it. Ah, God, I hate these fucking coins. I bombed because I was scared. Oh no. Oh, I guess you can kind of see the square and circle pattern here. She's like cutting the squares into circles, sorta, kinda. It's most obvious on the last phase of this attack. But yeah, these coins have this, like, annoying wiggling property. I don't know if YouTube compression will really let you see that, but... yeah, you can see what I was talking about here. Wow, yeah, I totally ran out of shit to talk about. Well, I did say it was going to be a train wreck, and hopefully I have delivered. Ooh, I was a little bit scared there. Hopefully I delivered on that promise. So yeah, now the last word. It's a 3-phase last word. If you're not familiar with last words, by the way, I can't lose from here. If I get hit, the attack will just end, and then I'll go on to the, like, victory screen. This is basically just for points. But yeah, as I kill these wisps, the remaining ones will start moving around faster and start spawning, like, more bullets that also move faster. So I'm kind of trying to, like, evenly damage them before I start focusing down 1 or 2 of them. And if one of them starts going crazy towards the bottom of the screen, I might be, like, omega fucked, but we'll see. Okay. Ooh, that's the 2nd phase. And now, hopefully... God damn it. She swings, like a wider radius as the attack goes on. Oh well. I'm honestly kind of blown away that I actually beat that extra stage anyway, so I'll take it. If you made it all the way through that fucking awful video, thank you so much for watching. I don't know why you spent 20 minutes of your life doing that, but hopefully it's because you like what I do, maybe? Anyway, the password is Gold Experience, and yes, that is a motherfucking JoJo reference, and no, I don't know what that means. It might mean something? Maybe? Possibly? Who knows? I'm doing that Canadian thing, where I end all of my sentences like they're a question? Probably because I have totally run out of shit to say? If you are considering, pledging any amount of money to me, you know, you have my utmost heartfelt gratitude. I really, you know, can't do this without you guys' support, so if you're even thinking about it, you know, thank you so much. If you don't want to, or can't pledge any money to me, that's fine too. Like I said, I'm not really doing this for money. I'm really doing this, I guess, because I really love seeing you guys' comments. It really gives a shot in the arm to my fragile self-esteem to see people telling me, yeah, good job, great work, man. You know, stuff like that. So even just leaving a comment would be greatly appreciated on just anything. You know, reaching out to me, you know, I'm on Twitter and stuff like that. Not that I post a lot. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble now, so, yeah, thanks for watching, and in short...
Give me your fucking money!